if you're being intimidating whilst doing it, like you're trying to antagonise me.
So I'm committing a section 5 and I could potentially. So if I swore at you, would that be a section 5?
If you swore at me, yes it would.
No, it wouldn't actually. No, police cannot be subject to section 5 public order. No, there's actually a case law precedent, Harvey versus DPP. No, there is in 2011.
Alright, good. Okay.
You can't feel harassed, alarmed, and distressed.
If you swear at me and I'm distressed by it, it was a section 5 public order.
You have a higher threshold than a member of the public to feel harassed, alarmed, and distressed. Well, your job constitutes that.
That's fine. But
So you're telling me if I swear now, I'll be nicked for section 5?
You could be.
Alright guys, listen up. This one kicks off immediately with tension in the air. What you're about to witness is a classic clash between authority and knowledge. The auditor is calmly filming, but the officers? They're already on edge, throwing around accusations like intimidation and hinting at Section 5 public order offenses. Now here's where it gets interesting because instead of backing down, the auditor pushes back with logic. He questions the claim, challenges the definition, and forces the officer to explain what law is actually being broken. And guess what? The answers start getting shaky. This isn't just a conversation anymore, it's a pressure test. And right from the start, you can see the officer struggling to justify their stance while the auditor stays composed and in control.
I know, it's a good question. Can we help you?
Well, that's what I want to know.
Right, guys. Could you let me know before you start recording me, please?
We're being recorded.
Thank you. How can we help you?
Well, we've been called here to you guys, filming around sensitive areas of the prison.
Yeah, that's right.
Where you've been doing, what you've been doing.
Went in there, filmed around, filmed here, filming now. Could you identify yourself,
What are you
please?
filming? My name's Peter Matilda from Surrey Police.
Thanks. What station are you based at?
Staines.
Thank you. And you, sir? Oh, actually, gone.
Right, what are you filming for?
Because what I'd like to, I want to.
That's fine, but
Okay.
what are you filming for?
I don't really need to have a reason.
I'm just asking you.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Why
trying to
are
be
you being
rude.
confrontational with
I'm
me?
not. I don't have to answer your questions though.
I'm asking you, we've been called
Okay.
here.
Well, I don't really feel like you should have attended.
Do you think this is a waste of police
I
time,
believe so.
really?
Yeah.
Right, okay. What are your plans for the day? Where are you going?
Just gonna film.
Why do you want to film around the prison?
This is just a hobby of mine.
Why is it? What sort of what hobby?
I've got a sad life, and I wanted to come and film here.
Right. Okay.
Happy with that?
Well, not particularly.
So how do you
because
proceed?
we've
Do you
been
feel like any offences have been committed?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. but
Okay.
we've been
What
called.
prospective offences could have been committed by us walking around?
If you're intimidating staff, then
Right.
it could be a Section 5 public order.
Okay. So what? Using?
Distress to
Oh,
staff.
okay. Well, by virtue of filming.
Potentially, yes, that could be
Potentially.
considered intimidation. So I need to find out what's been
Okay.
going on.
Right, let's go and
That's
find
my
out.
job.
So in order for a section 5, I would need to use threatening, abusive language in a public place.
It could be words or behaviour.
Words
if
or
your
behaviour.
behaviour is intimidating and distressing the staff here, it could be considered a Section 5.
So you're trying to tell me that filming in a was that a private area in there or a public area?
Filming is one thing, but if you're being intimidating whilst doing it, like
Okay.
you're trying to antagonise me.
So I'm committing a section 5 and
Not right
I
now,
could
not with
potentially.
me.
So if I
But
swore
I'm
at
not
you, would that be a
distressed
section
by
5?
you. If you swore at me,
Yeah.
yes it would. We're in a
No, it
public
wouldn't
place.
actually.
You
No,
would.
police cannot be subject to section 5
police
public
can be
order.
subject
No,
to
there's
section
actually a case
5.
law precedent,
No.
Harvey versus DPP. No, there is in 2011.
Alright, okay.
You
I'll
can't
tell
feel
now,
harassed, alarmed, and
I can tell you
distressed.
now, if you swear at me and I'm distressed by it, it was a Section 5 public order.
You have a higher threshold than a member of the public to feel harassed, alarmed, and distressed. Well, your job constitutes that.
That's fine. But
So you're telling me if
feel
I swear now, I'll
distressed,
be nicked for section 5?
You could be.
So if I told you F off, I'll be nicked?
You could be, yes.
I couldn't
And
be.
lawfully you could be arrested, yes you could.
I don't believe so. I don't feel like police
you
can.
can- you
No,
can
if there were
disagree with
other
me,
members of
you
the
can
public in the
disagree
material
You can disagree
basis.
with me, but that's the law.
Now things start heating up. The officer doubles down, suggesting that filming itself could be seen as intimidation. Seriously? That's where we're going now. The auditor doesn't let it slide. He breaks it down piece by piece, asking the key question: what actual offense has been committed? And suddenly, the confidence from the officer begins to crack. You can hear it: hesitation, uncertainty, and a lot of could be instead of is. That's the turning point. Because in law, could be doesn't cut it. The auditor knows this, and he leans into it hard. No aggression, no shouting, just calm, controlled dismantling of weak arguments. This is where knowledge becomes power, and the balance of control starts shifting right before your eyes.
I'm not going to test you. I was just curious to hear your reasoning, but police can't be victims of section 5.
What are your plans for the day, guys?
To teach you, to educate you on section 5.
You go home. Are you local? Where's home?
Home is home.
Home is where the heart is.
Do you have to have those cameras in your face? Really?
Yes. You have to have your camera on my face.
I haven't got camera.
Well, he's recording. I've got my body worn
And he
on.
told you you were recording.
Excellent. You're welcome to turn around, get in the car,
I'm
disperse.
also welcome to stand here.
Yeah, absolutely, but you're talking about
Until I
cameras
find
in,
out why we've been called here.
talking about
Because there's a reason we've been
cameras
called
in
here.
faces, but you're consensually looking at the camera.
No, yeah, just like stick to the
So do we need to wait here? Are we detained for the time being?
You're not detained. You're happy to, if you wish to go home, I'd be happy for you to
Well,
go
you
home.
want to investigate the possible Section 5 by virtue of filming. Okay. So you believe that filming can constitute a Section 5. So whilst you
Twisting my
investigate that.
words there, sir.
Well, no, you said if
It
you've
could be if you are
'cause you said
intimidating
behaviour.
people, intimidating behaviour. If you're sticking a camera in someone's face, that could be considered
I don't think so. You think that would
Could
stand
be.
up in court?
Could do, yeah. Depends how distressed that
So
person
what would
is.
the CPS say?
I don't know. It's case by case.
All right, now we hit the legal battlefield. The officer brings up Section 5 again, claiming swearing could lead to arrest. But here comes the knockout case law. The auditor drops Harvey versus DPP, 2011, like a bombshell, and suddenly the entire narrative changes. He explains that police officers have a higher threshold when it comes to harassment, alarm, or distress. In simple terms, they can't just claim offense that easily. And you can literally feel the shift in energy. The officer tries to hold ground, but it's slipping fast. This is what happens when someone actually understands the law versus someone trying to enforce it loosely. The intimidation tactic? Completely neutralized. And now, the officer is no longer leading the conversation. They're reacting.
Do you know?
Do I?
Well, clearly you do. You keep quoting the law to me. and
Well, I
quoting
don't know.
certain
I just
reasons.
said what possible offences could be in play, and you
Alright.
said a
I'm
Section
not gonna
5.
get into that conversation.
So you're talking nonsense.
I'm not,
I want you to retract what you said.
I'm not retracting anything I've said because it's the truth. So I'm not.
What's the truth? The fact that I could be nicked for a Section 5 for
Yes,
filming?
you could,
Okay.
potentially.
Alright, let's be
I'm not saying you will.
I'd love to see you do it.
Okay, I'm sure you
I
would.
don't think you've got the balls to do it.
I'm sure you would.
I don't think you've got the minerals to do it.
Okay. Alright. Well, let's find out if you committed any offences or not, shall we?
No, we will find out, don't we?
How have you got here, guys? On foot or in car?
Yeah,
Cycle.
we're just with them now.
Cycled. Alright. Where have you put your bike?
Don't be nosy.
I can be nosy. I'm asking
No,
questions.
it's none of your business.
Well, it possibly is my business, depending on what's going on here.
Okay.
Because I don't get called to nothing, sir.
Well, I'm telling you, you
There's a
have
lot
been.
of false claims and false police calls that
Maybe.
every day.
Maybe.
Section 5 by virtue of filming.
Yeah.
That's a new one. I ain't heard that one before. That's very
It's
interesting.
not the filming, sir, as I discussed before. It's if whether you've intimidated
Alright.
somebody or not.
Well, I haven't made assurances that I haven't.
If you haven't, then there won't be a problem. You can be on your way home if that's what you wish to do. You got any idea on you guys?
Why would I need to show ID?
Because I'm asking you.
No. Why would I need to
You
show
haven't
my
got
ID?
any
Have I committed an
Okey
offence?
dokey.
This is definitely a tyrant.
Now, this is where it gets uncomfortable. The officer keeps pushing hypotheticals. You could be arrested. This could be an offense, but nothing concrete. No solid ground. The auditor keeps dragging it back to reality, demanding specifics, asking what would actually stand in court. And guess what? There's no clear answer. Just more vague statements. This is a textbook example of overreach being exposed in real time. The officer is trying to maintain authority, but without legal backing, it's collapsing. Meanwhile, the auditor stands firm, confident, and completely unshaken. This is the difference between knowing your rights and being intimidated into silence. And right here, the power dynamic flips completely.
It's the people that you're looking for in the reception. We can go there together if you like. And we can investigate it.
No, sir, there's no need for that.
Why not?
I'm speaking to my sergeant, not to them.
Is that your sergeant there?
No.
Okay, well, the alleged victims of the Section 5 that you mentioned
Yes, I know.
are in there.
I know.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Thank you.
So you don't wish to investigate this alleged offence?
I am investigating this alleged offence.
But the victims are in there?
I know, we have phone numbers.
Okay. Don't wish to go in there? I mean, we can go in there, I can give my account, they can give their account. And then we can see if there are any Section 5s or not.
Oh, yes.
Furthermore, they said that that was a private place, so
Right.
Taking us in that fucking,
Open the glass.
but they have.
It was
Alright guys, now we're deep into it, and you can see frustration kicking in. The officer starts probing for ID, asking unnecessary questions, trying to regain control somehow. But again, no legal requirement, no obligation, and the auditor knows it. He calls it out straight. Have I committed an offense? Simple question. No answer. That's silence? That's everything. Because without an offense, there's no power. The officer's tone becomes sharper, but the authority behind it is fading. This is where a lot of people would fold, but not here. The auditor keeps it tight, keeps it factual, and refuses to be pushed around. This is a masterclass in standing your ground without crossing the line.
Where's your friend gone?
He's left me.
He's left
He said he's got bet. He said he's got bet.
Mates.
He said he's got yeah, literally. He said he's got better things to be doing at this time. He said he's got bet.
Mates.
He said he's got yeah, literally. He said he's got better things to be doing at this time. So
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your plans then?
stay here, film a bit longer. Try not to commit any Section 5s, and then go home.
Okay. All right.
Keeping it legal, man. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okie
All right. Thanks for your time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Don't let it get back, mate.
Yeah. Don't make empty threats of Section 5s again. Learn the legislation, and you can. And I can swear at you, by the way. Yeah, I can. Check out DPP vs Harvey 2011. There's a case law precedent. Yeah. Dismissed.
And just like that, it all falls apart. The officers start backing off, the energy shifts completely, and suddenly the urgency disappears. No arrest, no action, just a quiet exit. One officer even admits they've got better things to do. That says it all. What started as a supposed Section 5 situation ends with nothing, because there was nothing there to begin with. The auditor stays until the end, calm as ever, even reminding them to learn the legislation properly. That's the final blow. This wasn't just an encounter, it was a lesson. A lesson in rights, in law, and in not backing down when you know where you stand. So the question is, would you have held your ground the same way?